I wanted to talk about whether Trump's involvement in a possible hack, a probable hack that the 16 different, 17 different spy agencies have said this has been the definite hack. I feel stupid, first of all. It definitely makes me feel stupid and embarrassed. And that stupidity and embarrassment is similar to like if America is me and I'm on the playground and someone gives me a wedgie. Whether it was that wedgie that ruined the day for me or not, it seems like the press has been the one to say it is important that everyone knows. It's the teacher that comes over after he's been given a wedgie and says it is important that everyone here knows that Brett just got a giant wedgie. Look at him, story after story. Here's a picture of him getting a wedgie. Here's a report on him getting a wedgie. And I, as an American, to whom Russia just gave a wedgie by hacking, purportedly hacking our on different levels of, our party apparatus and whatnot. Part of me that says media shut up about it. Don't point out to everyone that I just got a giant wedgie. That's point one. Point two is, I wonder if anyone's surprised by this. There's a lot of stories out on the Sunday papers today that say, there's one in the New York Times that says that, there's a lot of folks who are Trump supporters who are like, I don't care that they got hacked. And I get that. And a lot of other stories that say, this is nothing new. And for America to kind of look at the folks in Russian behavior and get upset that Russia is successful, or even at a base level trying to upend the goings on in politics in America, it's just no surprise to me. A lot of us grew up for years and years watching at least the movie The Saints starring Val Kilmer. I don't know if you saw that. Where even in a post-Cold War era, Americans and Russians were trying to mess with each other's stuff. I get it. That's how it is. And I don't think that anyone should be, generally surprised at discovering whether or not Russia tried to upend our elections. Now, there are folks that you can point to a lot of different stories, a lot of things that have happened where it's not just Russia trying to, hack into the Democratic and Republican party apparatuses and then reveal what they think is in their best interest. Like, there is tons of stuff that Russia has done. There's tons of stuff that America has done to try to upend the political proceedings of different countries. Recently, like the Czech president, there was a story I read recently where the Czech president was essentially ousted. He was done for. He had given up on politics. Was kind of just like floating around in a river by his house. And the Russians were like, would you like to be back in politics? Because we would like to be back in politics. And before you know it, he's back in politics. I think the most fundamental way to break down what's happening is that Americans want what Americans want. And Russians want what Russians want. And I think Trump is being ridiculous in implying that there's no there, that there's it could have been anyone that happened to the Russian system, to the American system. But I think it would be healthy if he just signaled that he's a person and said, hey, it's possible that they did it. And he's kind of done more and more, but it's taken so long that it makes me wonder if he has what it takes to be an actual president and whether he could ascend to. Now, before we get into how he might be like Captain Jack Sparrow, let's talk about how Putin is absolutely Vito Corleone. And those things like it used to be that Russia, when it was picking how to go about intervening in other countries, it would kind of look around and say, all right, just like America. America's like, we want democracies, and Russia's like, we want people that identify with us ideologically. But in a post-Soviet Russia, that is kind of out the window. Now Russia doesn't need anyone to identify with them ideologically. Now they're like Vito Corleone. When he first arrived in America, in Godfather 2, where he's just like, what do you need? Let me help you. Let me do a lot of favors for you. Yes, things are in my interest. If I can get people on my side, that's how I'm going to build power. So Syria, it's like, am I going to back rebels, or am I going to just back us? I'll back the guy, strong man, which seems like those folks can on their side to just expand their sphere of influence. Because look at that, they look around all of Europe. It used to literally be our country essentially. We're on our back foot. Now our economy is big in Italy. We have a bunch of nuclear weapons and kind of a penchant for being super Russian. So let's get back at it. Now the question is, when Trump looks around and says to people like, respond the way he does to intelligence, just says that the intelligence community is so stupid. I kind of look at him the way I look at Captain Jack Sparrow when you watch the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and you ask yourself, like, he's a pirate, right? He seems like a really terrible pirate. He's got a pirate outfit. Everything he says, he seems to be the villain, similar to like a World Championship Wrestling villain or WWE villain. Like he's operated in that way. But maybe like Captain Jeff, in the end, he's going to end up being super awesome. Like all this nefarious stuff, maybe he'll be, after doing what he wants his own way, he'll be halfway into the ocean, double back, and be like, no, I'm going to help people out. Or if he was doing that the whole time, this was just like this weird image that he built up for himself. That now when you look at it, I don't know, he might be Captain Jack Sparrow. Anyhow, and then another thing, one last thing that I want to talk about. When people are surprised that Russia may or may have tried to make a difference in our election, they have stuff called compromising material. And the one thing that makes me doubt that this was Russia, that makes me not doubt that this was Russia, is the child porn. Because if you look through, it's like Russian fingerprints are really creepy. And that most of the time around the world, when they use compromising material to incriminate their political foe, it's not things like, the Vedette email that Debbie Wasserman Schultz thinks is soft. Usually it's child porn. And I was thinking to myself, this isn't Russia, because Russia usually does this. And I'm looking for this guy's email. And those pictures of children doing weird sex stuff. And this didn't have any weird pictures of children doing sex stuff. And then I saw that we had the pizzeria in Washington, D.C. that was absolutely a child sex ring. And then I'm like, oh, of course it's Russia. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Russia did not hack the election, but they tried to. Why is that okay? It's not okay. That's the thing. It's not okay. And people who say that it's okay and why does it matter, of course they do. Of course that should matter, but it's not okay, but it's also not surprising. And in the end, I think, as I said on the show on Friday, if there has been no there, they have both sides. And had there been no really revealing strange things, had there been no elbowing out of Bernie and Debbie Wasserman Schultz-ism this we've seen, there wouldn't have been anything to do. And I think progressive ones don't be shitty. And if you're involved in politics, it's hard not to be shitty. But if you don't give them anything to start with, there wouldn't be anything. They detailed report is classified Russia did it. I think a lot of us look around and believe that Russia did it. The DNC email leaks were an inside job. I think that the emails were a phishing scam for the Times. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. There is no reason there should have been there's no insight. I mean, it went by pretty fast, but if you're implying that the Democrats submarine themselves, I don't think so. I think it's easier to believe in a world where, hacking seems to be a pretty low-cost way to see if you can either blackmail or submarine your opponents. I think that's a pretty easy-ass way to go after it. Anyhow, that's all the time we have. I'm going to be back a little bit later today to talk about the Golden Globe, to talk about why that is the absolute worst thing ever. Maddie Zubik believes it was an inside job. And Stephanie Lee wants Hillary to go to prison. Chris Pratt Golden Globes. That's where you should be, collecting all kinds of awards for being generally likable. Anyways, thank you guys. We'll see you next time.